All right, well, good morning. It's September 2nd. About 10 minutes till the market open right now. I just been looking around a bit. Haven't started streaming, obviously, till now. I'm just gonna get a watch list built up real quick. So from this yesterday's stocks, looks like PXMD from the watch list was actually up pre-market, up 56%. So I'll keep that one on news. It looks like it's this is one of the recent IPOs. Kind of similar pattern to what we've been having recently. Yesterday with HPCO, it was this kind of IPO sell off and then a bit of a bounce. So let's go ahead and get this edited. We'll get everything out of here except for PXMD. Also, we've got CMCM. So this one had just ripped almost 100%. USEA, BIAF. Drug is up there again. And I guess I'll add HOLI and also FRZA. These ones are smaller gappers, small lighter volume, but throw them up there just for the heck of it for now, just to see. So coming to the open here, FRZA doesn't look fantastic. Let's see our view up. Volume's really light. So not so sure about that one. Same kind of case with HOLI. Looks like we might have already made the brunt of this move, and we're kind of on the backside of it now. We'll see if we can get above view up. Drug, I haven't minded trading this one in the past week that it's been moving. But again, I'd like to see this one over view up. So right now the best looking one is got to be PXMD. CMCM is now sold off a little bit too much. Wait a second. Is this a reverse split? It's got to be. Yeah, it is. Okay. I was gonna say this thing's showing it up from 67 cents to $8, but it's a heck of a lot more than just 40%. The thing I noticed about this camera is it does really poorly with handling light. Man, I have to like close off all of the windows in my room, otherwise there's so much like exposure that I look washed out and the background looks terrible. Other than these two stocks right here, CMCM, this one's pulled away from the highs quite a bit now. From 880 now it's down to 470. That was a really big move there from 470 to 884 in two candles. Oh, hey man, good morning. Where are you traveling to? Looks like we have some decent opportunities this morning. PXMD looks pretty nice. Though I should look for. Yeah, I don't think there was news on it. I think it's just kind of a dead cat bounce. Oh, okay, man. I gotcha. Yeah, this in the winter months in December I'm heading to Florida. I'm gonna be there for a couple months. staying with my girlfriend's family, and she's gonna be working down there. But I'm trying to debate what I'm gonna do for trading because I'm gonna be there for a pretty long amount of time. It's gonna be like 2 or 3 months. I'll probably end up taking my setup, maybe a couple monitors, because I don't really have a good enough laptop. I have a decent laptop, but it's at this point, man, it's so old that the processor is slow and it's a bit of a pain trying to trade on. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Okay. Looks like the warrants of this one is also up. Let's just look at it. Yeah, definitely not going to be trading that. Well, I think it's down 48% from those highs. It looks like ATGX is moving. Throw this one on the list. Oops. Is it not on here? Oh, that's why. Typing in the ticker GX and XG. Oops. A little bit more of an expensive stock here. And oh, wow. Oh, right. That was this stock from yesterday. This Chinese IPO that went absolutely bonkers the day before. Like, I mean, what is this, man? Opens at almost $600. Well, yeah, over $600 a share. And ends up, I mean, like, that's such a pump and dump. So, yeah, probably not going to end up trading this one. But I'll keep it on the watch just for the fun of it for the time being. We've got about a minute till the market open. And yeah, primarily I'm going to be keeping PXMD on watch. And nothing else looks super convincing right now. Everything's pretty much below VWAP. Yeah, it looks like everything else besides PXMD. We're going to be opening over the EMA here, the 200 EMA. Not that the 200 EMA has that much precedent because it's been only trading for 5 days. I guess this is the sixth day. About 20 seconds till the open here. 518 is the top. So still having this issue with Weeble, or it's not showing me my average, so I'm not knowing where I'm getting filled. So I'm taking smaller size here. It's gonna be a pretty strong open. CMCM, not much volume there on open. Oh, also there was Jay-Z. I forgot about that one. I was going to add that to the list today. Another recent IPO. Oh, I guess it's only up 2% at this point. So I'm trying to incorporate using these standard deviations on the 5-minute chart here, just to give me a little bit of a better sense of where we're at with the price in relation to the last couple of days. So like right here, I have white being the middle standard deviation, blue being the plus 1, 2, 3, and then 4 being up here. So usually when we start to get to this pink line here, the red is usually super parabolic, but usually when we get this pink, it's kind of a bit of a red flag for me. And this was a strategy that I used a lot more when I first was starting to trade. I found some YouTube tutorial that helped set up these standard deviations, and they seem to be really helpful. But the last couple months, I've kind of just had them on the back burner, and I haven't been taking advantage of it. Oh wow, CMCM halted up at 538, and this one halted down. Okay, today it looks like the SPY and the Qs gapped up slightly. But to begin the morning, we're starting with a bit of a sell-off. Oh, this one's selling off right now. Low VWAP, so that's no good. PYPD. Don't know anything about this one. Yeah, I guess I'll look to trade this one on the halt resumption here. So it looks like I have two different VWAPs here. One Thinkorswim showing a 550. This showing 568. Yeah, that's an 18-cent difference. That's kind of crazy. Wow, nice recovery on this. This one's also going to get locked up into a halt. CMCM looks like it's going to unhalt at 36 and 33 and 23 seconds. We've got 6 things on the halt scan right now. Just 3 things in my watch list alone are halted. Okay. Let's get locked and loaded here on CMCM. Got myself in trouble on the halt trades yesterday. That's because I wasn't going for a very good setup, to be quite honest, looking back. Only thing I'm worried about on this is the volume is a little bit lighter. So on CM Sam, we've got about 20 seconds till resumption. It's a 5-minute halt. If there's volume and it looks strong, I'll look for the dip and the rip. Just delayed resumption there. Ooh. Yeah, no, this one's a bit of a smaller float. Pretty sure. At least it seems like it. Let me go check. No, 40 million float. It doesn't seem like it. Because, I mean, it's halt. Yeah, okay. Data updates are slow. Yeah, that's rough. It's not ideal trading, in, at least for me, trading somewhere other than where I'm used to or the setup that I'm used to having, kind of the routine that I have every morning. It definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, and drug. Okay, I see this one. Oh, yes, this is not right. Only thing now that's disadvantage here is I'm gonna have to update these charts separately if I'm gonna use the 5-minute from Thinkorswim here. But this ends up being very beneficial. Like if you go back and look, these standard deviation levels end up being respected. I would say 60 to 70% of the time. BAAF. This one we've got about a minute on resumption if it's going to be 5-minute long halt. Oh, BIF. No information on FinViz for this one. Okay, it's interesting. Yeah, the standard deviation. Like I said, I used to use it when I was first going heavily in studying trading. I saw somebody, some YouTube tutorials using it, helping set it up, and it seemed like it was very beneficial. And I remember using it, but for the quicker style trades, it's not as beneficial. It's more beneficial for those kind of longer intraday swings. But they can help for price targets, or they can kind of help. Like if you're trading a stock and this one's gonna resume lower. I'm gonna be a little bit cautious on the halts today, because yesterday I was reading it really badly. But anyway, like right here, if we were trading up on drug around $4, in comparison to, in relation to the last few days, we can see that it's significantly higher. So you can kind of help give a little bit of a red flag, or if you're buying down here, you can buy with a little more confidence. So yeah, I want to get a little bit more diverse though with my strategy with tools under my belt. It's gonna be a strong resumption though, man. Start using MACD like raw. I did see that he posted a video on MACD. I did watch it. I don't know. It didn't seem like a super beneficial indicator for me. I understand the reasoning behind it, especially in the kind of the market that we have right now, to make sure you're not buying the backside of a move. But yeah, yeah, exactly. Is volume. Volume is king. I agree with that. So we've got quite a few things moving right now. Let's try to get focused up, not spread my attention too thin here. There's assumption on CM. I'm just gonna immediately halt down. So yeah, this one's kind of funky here. It's like the float does not seem like it's 40 million at all. 180,000 shares instantly. It's halted down. So I probably will end up trading that one. Guess right now this one looks the best. Man alive. I'm gonna be too slow on this one here. False halt. There was a micro pullback right there and I didn't buy it. Nice volume starting to come in here though. Ooh. First 1 minute candle making new highs here at 12. It's holding 90. Try for the retest of 12. Nice trade. And I even cut it a little bit too quickly there. Looking at that trade, I went a little bit balls to the wall with share size there. This is a $12 stock, so I should ease back a bit. Yeah, so this is very frustrating. I wish I knew where it filled me at. It's gonna be a nice trade though. Something that I've got to keep reminding myself while I'm trading is to not consider the money. I'm trying to get this in my head. Focus on the execution, not the result. Such a good quote and applies in many areas of life if you really think about it. Because when you focus too much on the result, that's how you end up overthinking and not the execution of getting to the result. Audio stream bitrate is 0. Is my audio not working? Test, test. No, it looks like we're coming in. Is it just too quiet? I don't know. It seems fine to me. It's a bit strange. So this style of trade that ended up working out really nicely just right here was the same kind of trade that I wanted to take yesterday on HBCO that ended up getting me wrecked. Where we right here, 12. So we broke over this 1 minute candle. Yeah, that's one thing I've realized about this mic is it's quiet, man. And the thing that I don't like is on my my audio interface, I've got the gain like almost maxed. But then if I put it to actually like I think it's 1 or 2 clicks backed off of max. But if I put it at max, then it ends up sounding a little bit like distorted. I guess I'll turn the gain up a bit on OBS here. Because I've already got the gain at like 12. Now I put it up to 14. Is that any better? Oh, you have the same mic. Okay, I thought so. It sounded similar. The audio quality was similar. Yeah, I just got this one recently. Other mic I was using to record before was a buddy's, and I had it for like a year. He was kind enough to let me use it, but he finally decided he wanted it back. Yeah, let me know. I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna actually look at HPCO. So, what was the difference here? Let's go back to yesterday. All the way back to right here. So what was the difference between this setup and this setup? I guess this chart looks a lot more clean because we have this nice green candle, pullback candle, ending with this doji, and then this candle making a new high ended up being strong. But in this case, we pushed up, and I guess we did have this kind of false breakout, ugly looking candle off of this halt resumption. But same kind of thing here. Well, we have two red candles, and then on this third candle, made a new high at 74 here. I guess no, it was a different setup. Yep. Now that I'm looking at it. So I remember saying to myself yesterday that the better trade would have been buying this candle making a new high or waiting for the retest of this high of candle. But I did it up towards this area, which in hindsight, there's a lot more resistance in this area. But it was the same kind of thing where this candle made a new high over $10, pushed up to about 10. Can't remember exactly if it came up to highs first and pulled back. But it pushed up, pulled back to 10, and I bought in to see if it was going to hold 10 for the retest of highs. And then that ended up coming down and ended up being like a $100 loser. In this case, same kind of deal, but at 12. Candle make a new high here, push up to about 12.30, pulled back to like 1205, 12, hit the buy button, and then that got bought up and it pushed to 1282 there. So I guess, yeah, it's a little bit of a different setup now that I look at the chart here from yesterday. But even an A quality setup doesn't work out 100% of the time. So would I be willing to take this trade again? The answer is probably yes. Just maybe with a bit smaller size. Yeah, it seems it should be okay for mic level. It's a big sell off there. So while this is pulling back, I'm going to take a look at everything else right now. I've been kind of monologuing here. So this thing's halted. I don't know what this stock's on about. Yeah, I won't trade this one. Super light volume. So let's scroll through here. JZ, this one made a nice move pre-market. We had a couple stocks this morning that made nice moves pre-market, and that was about it. CMCM is another one, but now this thing's just trading. I mean, it's already been in 4 halts, 3 halts. Looks like Drug gave MFan, who was bag holding this one from a few days ago, a chance to get out. Maybe. Found a bunch of these at a thrift sale. Say cheeseburger. McDonald's glasses from like 1977. So we've got decent volume on drug here. It just takes a bit to update, and I'm not sure what that's about. 15-inch laptop is so hard. Yeah, yeah, I totally know. I can relate to that. Because yeah, when I first got into trading, I was just using a laptop. It was a Lenovo ThinkPad that I'd gotten refurbished years ago. So I mean, it's a nice laptop, but I mean I bought it refurbished in the first place. But I mean it worked fine. It's just yeah, it's small. You don't have a lot of screen real estate to work with. Yeah, yeah, it's a nice laptop, but it just at this point it's just old, man. And it's slowed down. The processor isn't so fast anymore. And so yeah, after having that laptop, upgrading, finally being able to afford to build a PC, get a couple monitors. Well, one nice monitor, and the other three are garage sale finds for like $5, but they do the job. And then yeah, and then going back to laptop like when traveling is pretty tricky. I mean, especially when you don't have the like I don't know if you've seen Ross's traveling setup where he's got the laptop and then two Asus, I think it is, um, side monitors that he clips on. Oh, nice. Yeah, I ended up when I first kind of got into the monitor thing, I went a little bit overblown, just trying to overboard, trying to find extra monitors. But I didn't end up using the fourth one for a long time, honestly, until I started streaming. Now it's useful. Now it's got a purpose. Whoop. I also used to find getting into it, having the multiple monitors ended up being a bit of a distraction because I have so many charts up, and as when I first got into it, it was like overwhelming looking at all the charts. It was like, yeah, three is enough for me. I agree with that. You don't really need four at all. I mean, some people trade with six. I'm sure there's traders out there with eight. I mean, I certainly spend 80% of my attention looking at just this primary monitor here. So looking at the charts here, I'll look at BIAF. This one is gonna resume here in just a few seconds, or right now. But it's below VWAP now. Yeah, the one monitor that I have, was it a garage sale fine? No, it was a storage unit fine. Just it was a decent monitor in its time. A can't remember what it is. Man, I can't even remember what the brand is. I thought I had it right there. But yeah, I turn it on and it takes 10 minutes to for the screen to actually turn on. So that's kind of just the extra one. I use it if I feel like I need it. By the way, I saw this one yesterday. After you called it out, ended up making a really nice move. Wait, was it INAB that we were talking about? Shoot, now I can't remember. Yeah, AVY, that's what it was. Yeah, AVYA. Yeah, I saw we talked about this one, and then shortly after I wrapped up my stream, it decided to go from 150 to 178. Do you have a position? Oh, it hit $2 this morning. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice swing there. Ah, gotcha. Didn't play it right. How did you? Because I know you said that you took a position and you had your stop too tight. I think you said, and you ended up getting stopped out early. And Did you ever get end up getting another position on it? Taking another position, I should say. Looking at the scans, don't see anything else new popping up. OKTA, that one looks expensive though. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay, it's understandable. That's something that I remember finding with the standard deviation chart is that was beneficial for those kind of swing trade style trades. Like, let's look at here. So usually the white line being the middle line, ends up being where the price likes to gravitate to. And then I found that when it breaks up over this and makes a move, if it can get to the next deviation or maybe the middle, this dotted line in between the two deviations and hold, if it consolidates around one of these levels, it usually will like to either one make a push to the next deviation level, or it'll come back to the previous deviation level. Like in this case, I mean, it actually looks pretty decent here. So we move, we're on the white deviation, dips off the open, and finds support here on the middle of this one. Comes back to white, pushes up till blue, and kind of consolidates between this deviation level and the middle of the white one. Consolidates there, breaks out, and it hits the green almost perfectly right here, and then before it pulls back. And then again this morning, right on the green deviation before it starts pulling back. And now it's breaking through this, so maybe it might be heading back towards one of, either 175 or 166. How do you know it's the bottom of the top? It looks good because the daily resistances are in place. Yeah, that's true. Well, what do you mean the daily resistance are in place? These lines, uh, yeah, I don't quite understand what you mean by that. Do you just mean, yeah, I guess I don't understand. Yeah, the one thing about these two is they're a lagging indicator, so obviously this wouldn't look like it's hitting the green in real time. So maybe that's what you mean. Maybe bit of a better tool in hindsight than actually using in real time. Because these lines I didn't draw. I mean, these are just calculated based on the time frame. Granted, $2. Oh, sure. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The $2, of course. Yeah, being psychological resistance. That is a good point. So yeah, I see what you're saying, but maybe you could potentially use the daily levels, which I agree that those are more important, that they hold more merit. But I feel like you could use those levels in addition to this to maybe get a slight edge. But like I said, I haven't used it in months. When I first got into it, I liked it. It seemed like there was something behind it here. But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that would be great. I would appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes that's something that I don't pay probably enough attention to is the daily levels. Something that I recently wrote down for myself to keep mental note of doing every day. Okay, so we broke through that bounce and bounced higher twice. Yeah, okay. Where are we at here? Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So it probably is more of a factor of the daily levels then. BIAF. Oh, this one's just halted down again. Man, the same kind of thing is what's been happening. What happened like every day the market decided to gap up last week is we open and sell off. Yeah, so we're still green on the indices, but not by much. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Play was 150 to 165, but that's not very good risk to reward. So yeah, okay. I think I get what you're saying. That's just a style of trade that I don't have much experience taking. And I don't like this that it's not letting me zoom in on my chart anymore than this. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that is interesting. I gotcha. Man, there's so many different styles of trading, so many different perspectives on the market. Everyone's got a little bit of a different take. It's very interesting. Yeah, definitely. At that point, yeah, it's definitely an educated guess. One question I was going to ask you about the mic is what's the distance that you end up having it away from your mouth when you talk? Because I would rather have it a little bit farther away so then I could actually move a little bit better without having such a drastic volume change. About the same? Okay. Seems like this is kind of the standard for this mic. Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that a pop filter pop would probably be beneficial because I've noticed in a couple of my recordings that some of my pop sounds are very enunciated and you can hear the wind going into the mic. Is it like a foam one that just sits on top, or is it one of the screens that goes in front? Because I had a pop filter for the other mic that I bought for myself, and I think I actually gave it to my buddy. This decreases the okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and that's what I read about it when I bought it, that it had a built-in pop filter, and that's why I was perfectly okay with giving mine away. But who knows? One thing about the okay, good, perfect. One thing about this mic and that I like is it looks aesthetic. I like the way it looks. And then putting one of those, foam pop filters that slide on top of it would take away the aesthetic. Obviously, um, the performance of it's a lot more important than the aesthetic, but still, I can't believe how heavy this mic was when I bought it. I think when I was looking at it, it said it was 2 pounds, and I didn't even think twice about it being 2 pounds. I'm like, yeah, that's not that much. And then feeling it as a mic, I'm like, man, this thing, my cheap little mic arm can hardly support the weight of it. But luckily, it can. Getting back to the charts here. Got a few things above VWAP. FRZA, I'm not really too interested in trading this one. The price action didn't seem very good in the time that I was looking at it. It just didn't look very smooth. And the charting looks a little bit meh. HOLI, same kind of thing. It's got a bit of a ways to go before I'm interested in it. Um, there goes BIAF. Bye bye. So for right now, I'm just holding tight. One trade on the day so far on BIAF. And it got me up 168. So that was a nice trade. Always nice to have a nice green trade to start the day after a red day. Yeah, dead cat bounce. That has kind of been the thing recently, it seems. On a lot of those Chinese IPOs, we've been having those patterns. Did you end up taking any trades, or you just decide to sit on the sidelines with your situation with the laptop? Oh, okay. As you try taking a trade with one share, but I missed my share. Okay. Just out of curiosity, what do you use for scanning? Interactive brokers for gap scanner. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I use excuse me. Okay, I've used Zendu. It's actually a YouTube channel. It's a super low delay scanner. I think it only ends up being like 5 seconds of delay, which is really not that bad. And yeah, it's got the Halt scans, high of day Momo scanner, high of day like gap scanner, high potential, overextended. It's pretty nice. I've been using it for the last several months. If you haven't looked at it, you could check it out. But I guess if you've already got the same data from a different source, it's just as good. Okay. AHI is halted. Wow. Okay. Hey man, nothing fancy. You don't have fancy doesn't get the job done. It's how you use it. So I believe this was a stock from yeah, from 2 days ago that I traded. I wonder what the deal is with this. Is there any news? Hmm, not really much of a headline. AHI will acquire all the outstanding shares of Tech. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a headline. Doesn't seem like much to me, but yeah. So it looks like Momo is slowing down a little bit out there. Time is 9:18, so it's been almost an hour since the open. 10:18 market time, and it looks like not much else is in play right now. So I'll be watching AHI in this resumption. It looks like it's gonna resume at 20 and 44 seconds. Man, I need a new chair. This is another thing that I bought when I was first getting into trading that I needed was a place to sit, and I found it again at a garage sale. It was like just $5, $10. It does the job. It's a sitter, but it's not the most comfortable. But when you're on a budget, you got to make sacrifices, and this is not that big of a deal. Resumption on this one is about 1 minute. So I've got some daily levels drawn out here from the other day. We'll see if this thing resumes. We've got the 200 EMA at 162, which is just right up here before this level. So maybe look for a profit target towards this area if we're gonna get the dip and rip off the halt. Should have about 20 seconds on this resumption if it's gonna be a 5 minute halt. It's gonna open much higher. There was the dip, but it's looking a bit heavy. Hmm. Yeah, I was just a bit timid on that entry. AHI third day play move. Yeah. $59, $58 in the bid. Back up over 60. I want to be careful up here. It's a bit extended. Um, yeah, we're basically just straight up here on the 5 minute. One minute candle making new high would be at 66. There goes. There's 69. Could pull back into 66. Oh, yeah, what the heck? Weird. I didn't realize it halted for. Yeah, that's right. Looking at the daily chart, it goes from the 30th to the 2nd being today. That's crazy. I did not realize that it halted for pending news for that long. That's kind of insane. See PXMD picking up some more volume. You wanted at $1. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's a pretty nice move today. It's up 70% now. So how long ago, just out of curiosity, how long ago did you start up your YouTube channel? And did you start with the intent of streaming right away? Did you start streaming right away? Started that one in April. Okay. So you have a couple other YouTube channels, huh? Oh, okay, cool. What's the other one? I should check it out. Oh, no worries. I was just curious what the other YouTube channel was dedicated to, or what it's about. So it's gonna break out there by about 2 cents and be a bit of a false breakout. Minecraft, nice. Bit of a competitive space there. It's a fantastic game. Me and my buddies, it's been probably a year. Well, maybe not quite a year, 8 months. But we had a realm that we were playing on quite frequently for a while there, and that was a lot of fun. Finally went to the end, got an elytra, all that jazz, all the late game stuff that I've never actually done before. That being said, I haven't been gaming very much recently. Just trying to focus on trading and studying. But I do play. Have you ever played Rocket League? Now that's a good game. That's a fun game. A unique game for sure. Looks like Ape is hitting the scans. Yeah, for sure. Straight trading. Kind of seems like with this business to really be successful, you kind of have to have tunnel vision. Maybe tunnel vision isn't necessarily the right word, but it takes a lot of focus and effort for sure, and time. See, Ape is hitting the scans. I want to look at that one. I will end up trading this one probably, but yeah, steep learning curve. I totally agree with that. I do as well. That's yeah, that's kind of one of the aspects of trading that's a little bit addicting, in my opinion. If you're looking for a game with a steep learning curve, Rocket League is a good game for that. It's basically a game where every beginner starts at pretty much the same level. You know, not one person has an advantage on the other. Well, maybe if you've played soccer in real life, you'll have a slight advantage, but not really. Never played it. Yeah, it's fun. It's probably one of my top, probably top, definitely top five games of all time. But I didn't really have I didn't game when I was younger because I wasn't allowed to. I've never played that one. I've heard of it. So in AHI, we're consolidating pretty high here, which is good. VWAP is at 144. Is it just me, or do the concurrent viewers seem to be not accurate? Because obviously you're in the stream and we've been chatting, but this whole time it's basically said it's gone back and forth between 0 and 1 concurrent viewer the whole time, or two. But it seems a bit strange, like it's not accurate. LABU is on the scans. Yeah, that's kind of what I have surmised myself. So it seems to be laggy and not accurate. I'm not too concerned about it. I was just curious. Oh, real quick, while we've got a bit of a lull. Well, actually, here goes AHI. I'll put this one on today's list. It's approaching highs now. Mm. It held there, and that was a potential entry, but yeah. Potential entry here at 70 because it's holding. There's a big bid at 71. This volume profile looks pretty nice. There's 80, 82. Now it's starting to pull away here. I'll try on that 1 minute pullback. 75. And I'll be out quick. Yeah, it was worth a shot at this breakout. But I didn't try. I just got one trade here on this 1 minute pullback from 75. It was, I think, a 4 cent winner. A trade that I used to avoid for the last several months is this 1 minute pullback because when I remember looking at my metrics or looking at my trades several months ago, I'd say 6, 7 months ago at this point, it seemed like the 1 minute pullbacks are trades that would get me into trouble the most of the time. Where I buy in on a pullback after a big green candle, and then it was just a top bit of the pullback, and the candle ended up going a lot deeper. And it seems like my accuracy on the 1 minute pullback trades was terrible. I mean, it was like 20%. So I kind of avoided them. But they can set up some really nice opportunities for trades. Doing a proper market data. Yeah, that sucks. One minute candle making new high would be at 79 here. We're approaching the pink now on this standard deviation. 1 minute pullbacks after breakouts. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Depends on the strength of the stock since open, for sure. And other than a couple of times, this one seemed to have held pretty well on the 1 minute pullbacks. Like if you look at this candle here. So it wasn't a bad trade. Ooh, there's a big pullback now. 65. This is another style trade that I used to take almost every time was on a big red candle. I would try to buy the bottom. But another, again, that was one that I found that my accuracy ended up being pretty low on, and I would end up buying, you know, I'm buying into a 3 layer dip on the second layer, so to speak. I found that that was happening a lot. But those can actually be pretty nice trades if you get the quick pop. So they can end up being quick 5, 10 cent scalps. But trying to catch a falling knife like that is always a little bit higher risk. No Spotify. I'm not ready to work out. I'm trying to trade. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. It is kind of blind. I mean, once you get accustomed to trading and you have your kind of go-to procedure, when you don't have your tools, it's definitely like you're missing some of your senses. I mean, if this was the body and now you get rid of your level 2, well, it's like there's like, one of your 5 senses is gone, so to speak. But I don't totally know how you feel. Looking at the scans, there's nothing new up there. And looking at the watch list, looks like AHI is the only one that's really moving with some nice volume right now above VWAP. Yeah, all these are selling off right now. HOLI is, I mean, in play, I suppose, but I'm not interested in trading this one. It's more expensive. Yeah, super light volume. Definitely not no trade there for me. Drug, potentially. We've got this resistance here over VWAP at 217. If we can get over 217 and hold, but we'll need to break over VWAP first, and it's looking like it's having a bit of trouble there. BIAF, it's done as far as I'm concerned for now. UCEA, same thing. CMCM, PX, yeah. So, looks like AHI is the only thing that I know of that's still above VWAP and coming in with decent volume. Well, look at Ape. I know this one's higher flow. I can't remember what it is. Let me look at the flow on Ape. No information on FinViz. 5 million shares outstanding. That's all I got for info. Nice bounce in the markets, though. Not APY. I want the SPY. Yeah, nice pivot here off of 397. Now we're making highs for the day, so it's good to see. I wish Weeble would fix this problem where it reflects, it doesn't, it seems like it takes a while for the price to update when a stock does either a reverse split or a stock split. Like a lot of times I'll get reverse splits on the scan because it'll show that they're up. If this was instead of a split, it was a reverse split, it would be the opposite, saying, it started at 200 and then after the split it's now $800 a share, which in reality didn't actually move. It was just because of the 3-to-1 split. So like in this case, it's showing that it had a terrible pre-market here, but in reality it's just a split. So AHI is now selling off. It's below VWAP here. Time is 9:42. I'll probably trade until about 10:30, depending. If we don't end up seeing any more momentum, I might just have the two trades on the day, and that'd be it. For the time being, real quick, I'm going to go grab myself a quick glass of water. Be right back. Okay, well, back. Looks like Ape is moving here, but I'm not really too interested in trading this ticker. So on the day, plus 193. Green on BIAF and AHI. So nice day. Pretty much made back the losses from yesterday. Can't let the losses tilt you. Something I used to do is get tilted a lot more often by losses. But losses are an inevitable part of trading. Like I would take a loss. This is something that I used to do 6 months ago, a year ago. I would take a loss, and off that get slightly emotionally triggered or something, and then just start trading too much, too big of share size. Something I used to do that was really silly looking back. Is say I was taking 100 shares on a stock. I'll take 100 shares, I'll try it, maybe be a small loser. Take 100 shares again, try it. It's another small loser. So now I'm down maybe $20. And then my thought is, okay, if I take 200 shares, and after taking two losses, my chances of taking a green trade are higher. Is what I used to think, but that's not a good way to approach it. So I would double down, take twice as many shares, thinking that okay, if this trade ends up being green, all those losses and then some will be made back, and then I ended up taking a big loss on that, and then it would just end up being this snowball effect of bad trading and emotion and whatever. So can't say can't say that the losses aren't don't have an impact sometimes. They certainly can impact confidence, but you never know what's on the other side of the horizon. You never know what tomorrow is going to present itself with opportunity. So how long are you going to be doing the laptop trading for? How long are you away from home? Yeah, very true. Is a Oh, only today, okay. But yeah, it's a very important part of risk management and something that I can confidently say I've came a long way in since I started trading, which is good to see progress. Because man, there was a few months over this spring where I really felt like I was stagnating and I wasn't progressing, and I was like, I kind of psyched myself out. Like, am I really, am I wasting my time? But it's no, it's not the case. And over the last, I'd say 2 months, I've been starting to notice a bit more consistency. I'm starting to recognize things that I didn't recognize before. So yeah, it's good. Got myself. I guess I don't know what to say. Technically, a break-even trader, maybe at this point. Maybe not even yet. I don't think I have a long enough track record to even say that about myself at this point. So bet sizing, you just mean sizing your trades accordingly to the likelihood that you think that it's going to end up being profitable. I'm guessing because I don't think I've heard bet sizing. I don't think I've heard that term before. Looks like BBBY started to move. I just sympathy momentum on the meme stock ape. I don't even know what you'd call that, if you'd call it a meme stock or not. Yeah, yeah, certainly. Link a video, no problem. Yeah, man. Anytime, if you ever got any information or video or anything that you think that pertains to trading and or slash my style of trading, yeah, feel free to always shoot it my way. I always want more content to delve into to try to learn from, dive into. I don't know what that word was. Yeah, no, I use that word right. Delve. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, second guessing myself. Yeah, so BBBY. Um, It looks decent here, but yeah, I'm not gonna end up trading it. There's not much volume on it. I know this one has like high float. I think it's like a billion or something. Or maybe that was. Wait, let me see here. Oh no, I was thinking of a different stock. BBBY has a lower float. Okay, it's only 77 million, according to Finviz. SMB Capital. I don't know if I've even. I don't know if I've even seen any of those videos. SMB Capital. Yeah, good looking out for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, to the depths with BIAF. So yeah, it looks like we're definitely starting to fizzle a bit in terms of momentum and opportunity. Yeah, looks like that's pretty much it. Looks like Nerve is moving. But I remember I didn't think in the past I haven't had very good accuracy on this stock. I know it's been up over the last several days here, or been in play, I should say. So looking back on today, I was able to get green on BIAF, but there was a trade that I missed on it. Off of this, where was it here? Because yeah, we had resumption and open flat, and it did give a bit of a dip and rip opportunity here. And kind of similar on AHI, but I didn't take it. So right here where it opened, we did end up dipping to 150, so right to the $0.50 before pushing back up to highs. So that maybe it could have been a 5 to 8 cent trade potentially. Um, but yeah, I was playing it a little bit cautious today. Granted, I went a little balls to the wall on my share size on BIAF, taking 400 shares at almost $12 a share, or at over $12 a share. So a little bit of a risky trade there. Because yeah, I didn't trade through any of this move right here. I left this all on the table, and I traded on this candle when it made a new high here. So it ended up being a good trade, yes, but I left this curl on the table here when it made new highs, and then off of this halt resumption. So I'll have to go back and look. I'll watch over the videos and see what I maybe could have done differently. Okay, well, we're approaching 10 o'clock. Momentum is kind of dried up or next to non-existent for the time being. Um, so yeah, I think this might be a good place to call it. I've got to work in about an hour, so yeah, I'll be back this afternoon. If anything pops up and I end up trading again, I'll probably stream for Power Hour, but I usually don't. I usually don't end up streaming in the afternoons, but if something does end up making a run in the afternoon, then I will be back to trade. But yeah, for the time being, I'm gonna wrap things up. End of the day plus 193. So it was a good day to follow up a loss yesterday, starting off the month. So now I've kind of got myself back to flat. So start fresh tomorrow. I'll be back this afternoon with a recap video. I might get that recorded before I work, but yeah, we'll see about that one. Rockling, if you're in the chat, I appreciate you being here today. And yeah, take it easy. Don't take any risky trades with on a laptop. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here later.